Hey, what's going on, everyone? Ikitami here. I hope you can hear me all right. We are doing our Tuesday Tech Time today, and we want to cover something that I think is more practical for you on your everyday carry. If you are with us, feel free and just drop a hello in here so that we know you're alive. I'm actually going to be keeping an eye out on the comments in case you have questions as we go about today's stuff. All right. So today I want to talk about something that you might already have or are trying to figure out how you're going to use, and it has to do with our computers. There are two kinds of computers that one would usually have. You could have a desktop, which is something that is not mobile, but it's going to have all the ports and the power that you need to get you ramped up and doing all the work you have. So desktops tend to do really heavy work. You can load them up and they can punch it out for you. However, there are things that desktops cannot do. Some of that is right? That's the cool thing about a laptop. And when you get around with other people, you easily move onto a table. You guys can work through it together. And that's the power of a laptop. However, where laptops tend to lack is in ports, whether you're using a PC or you're using a Mac, especially if you're a Mac user these days. Most of them only have USB-C and nothing else. Will Mac go back on that? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. However, that's what we have to deal with. PCs are also, especially the smaller ones, have been doing that. This is the race on laptops, trying to become the most compact, most portable, easiest device to move around, whether you're a Hewlett-Packard, whether you're Mac, whether you're Dell, or any other computer that is running for it right now. So there's a while we're thinking about that, we have to figure out a way to make up for that lack, right? You could just have a laptop with one or two ports, or you could try to work it out and make sure that your laptop can do all the functionality you need it to do while on the move. Pastors, I'm talking to you because you and I know that our office is usually our car or our house or at a Jamba Juice or a Starbucks. It's some other place apart from your actual office. So in order for you to be able to be as efficient as you can be, you need some way to plug in all of your stuff. And there's different ways to do that. So today I want to talk about a dongle, and today I also want to talk about a dock. And I'm going to give you some suggestions on which of these two are going to work best for you, and hopefully it'll make sense. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at our computers. If you have a MacBook right now, it could be an Air or MacBook Pro or any other kind of laptop that you have, you're gonna you probably already realized that you only have like one or two dongles. So how do we create more functionality? Well, the best way to do that is via picking up one of these guys. Let me show you what I've got today. Let me put it up on the screen for you right now. It is right. Is this it? Here we go. Okay, so this is my actual computer, my desk right now. Excuse the mess. There's a bunch of stuff everywhere. But this is what you would use as a dock. And there's a ton of options for docks. There's all kinds out there. The dock that I'm actually using on my computer right now and does most of the things that my CalDigit does, but not quite everything. Now, it works great in this space here. So it's got the computer running into it. It's got my mic running into it. It's got the laptop running into it. It also has two TV screens in here that's running into it right now so that I can have all the functionality I need as a desktop, but running straight out of my laptop. Okay, so I'm going to come back to our other scene here so you can see what I'm looking at. That's the pluggable dock that I just showed you that I use for my laptop. However, the one that I normally use everywhere outside of my office is this guy here. This is the CalDigit. We'll talk a little bit more about this guy later on. The other thing that you might want to have as an option is a dongle. These are dongles right here. And this is the Vava. I really like it. It's a 9-port dongle and it's USB-C. So if you're looking at it here, you can see that the tip here is USB-C and it'll run up to 9 different ports across this side, across the top, and across the bottom. This tool, this device it has to be a part of your arsenal, your everyday carry. No matter what you have in your backpack, you need this guy because it's gonna do a ton of lifting for you no matter where you go. But it has its shortcomings like every device. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you've got something else that will do the lifting at times when you need that. This is a 15-port CalDigit versus a 9-port dongle. This is a powered device. This is a non-powered device. So this device you actually plug in. This is the plug for it. And it goes straight into your outlet. And it powers this guy so that it doesn't pull any power from your computer. Now this guy will pull power from your computer. So when you plug it in and you run all of these dongles, just keep in mind that it will pull energy. And if you need to, there's a pass-through right here so you can plug in a USB-C and then plug that into the ground, and that will help power this bad boy. Now, why do you suppose it's important to carry this stuff? Well, if you're using a laptop and you're in a space like a cafe or something like that, that's great. It's perfect for that space. You can get the work done. If you're on a plane and you're using a laptop, the laptop alone is perfect for that space. If you're on a train, if you're in a tight squeeze, if you're on the move, laptop is perfect. But if you happen to be sitting down to do some heavy lifting on your laptop and you need an extra screen, you're not going to be able to use just an extra screen in and of itself. You need to power it somehow. If you're going to use 4K screens, dual screens, yeah, you're going to need something for that. If you are doing production, like right now, it takes too much power from my laptop to do that. So I've got to find a way to power the camera. I've got to find a way to power the audio that's going through. I've got to find a way, by the way, these aren't even working. I don't know why I'm wearing them right now. I've got to find a way to power all of the things that's going into my computer without weighing the computer down, because that really slows down your computer and then everything begins to run real slow. So in comes dongles and docks. And there's a ton of docks you can choose from. Like I just showed you earlier, I'm using the pluggable for here in the office. There's the CalDigit, but then there's a ton of other various options you have out in the world. The one I wanted to go into today is the CalDigit. I think the CalDigit is really where you're going to get the functionality you want from it. And so we're going to look at it together right now. Hopefully this will help you as you're trying to figure out, as a pastor, what you're going to do. Now, let me do this. And then I've got to do a little bit of cleanup here. And then we're ready to go. Do this right here. Okay. And we're looking at the CalDigit. I just went ahead and opened up the CalDigit's website so you can see what it does. It's a 15-port dock. And this is what it looks like on all of its ports. So right away you'll be able to see that you can do your flash drive. You've got a camera out, you're taking a bunch of pictures, you've got that flash card, put it right in there and you can move all of your files over. It's got audio in and audio out. Why is that important? Well, audio in is if you want to plug in your microphone so that you can do audio right into it. Audio out is the microphone jack, so that a headphone jack, so that you can hear all the sound through it. Then you've got USB-C in the front and you've got a USB-A. That's just the front side. Flip it over And here's where the real magic begins to happen. You've got your gigabit Ethernet, so Ethernet comes straight into here, and then you don't have to rely on Wi-Fi anymore because Wi-Fi can be a little bit tricky. You've got a full-on strong signal that's going to give you all the power you need. Right next to it is a digital optical. Digital optical is for audio sound. It's for high def sound. So it can run into a device that does that. Most of our new TVs today does that, and it gives you the clearest, crispest sound. Then you've got a USB-C. You've got two USB-Cs back here. Actually, you got one is USB-C, the other is Thunderbolt. I don't know if you know the difference. So this is a good moment to breathe it in and help you through it. USB-C and Thunderbolt are two different ports, but they look exactly the same. USB-C is a fast way to move data and power, and you can use it in any direction. So you can use it this way, or you can flip it and use it that way, no problem. It carries all the data and power. Thunderbolt is basically USB-C on steroids. It does exactly what USB-C does, but it does it even faster. 40 gigs, I think it's moving 40 gigs per second or something like that. So it's going fast. So the way you can tell the difference is usually Thunderbolt will have a little thunder next to it. It'll have this little thunder icon next to it, and that'll tell you that's Thunderbolt. You can use USB-C 3 in that port, but it won't be as powerful. It'll only give you USB-C. But if you use a Thunderbolt cable in there, it will move and transfer data and power your device at that rate. Okay? So USB-C is in the back, then you've got a Thunderbolt, and then there's a Thunderbolt port right next to it that says computer. This is the way that all of this information coming into the CalDigit moves into your computer through a Thunderbolt connection. And of course, that makes a lot of sense because you're gonna want to move all this information through the largest vehicle to move the information, data, and power into your computer without any lag. So hence they use Thunderbolt for your computer. Then up top here, just above that, you'll see more USB 5 gig per second USB-A type ports. And those are good for your traditional USB because we're all still using devices that have USB functionality, USB-A, USB-B functionality, and they just tend to move. Your Thunderbolt 3 workflow solution here is right in this CalDigit. So this little guy has all the things that you need to have in order to connect your computer. What I usually do is I leave this guy right on my desktop so that when I come in, there's usually a USB lead of some sort. This is a Thunderbolt. Actually, this one's not a Thunderbolt because if you're looking at it, there's no Thunderbolt sign on it, right? So that usually means it's not Thunderbolt, it's just USB-C. But usually I would use a Thunderbolt cable. You want to use a Thunderbolt cable with the Thunderbolt connection. And the only way you can tell the difference between a Thunderbolt cable and a USB-C 3 cable or USB-C cable is the Thunderbolt icon that would be on this guy. And I have one here somewhere that you can see. Here's one right here. This guy has a little Thunderbolt on it, and this is how you know, right? Okay. Now, you connect this guy, and this goes right into your computer. And once it's into your computer, all of these docks become functional. So I leave this right on my desktop, and when I come into the office or to my house, I plug this into my computer, and it's a full-on go. Everything on it is running, no problem. Then I've got the display port down here, goes to our 4K display screen. That's always plugged in. I never have to pull it out. I've got docks here for different things that I'm using. The camera that I use at home, the audio Scarlett Focusrite that takes all of the audio device. It's an audio device that takes all of the sound and translate it digitally. gets connected right into here. Then I've got the optical out, so that will run out to a sound system, and it just sits on my desk, no problem. I come in, I plug in, and it's a go. Super powerful. But the problem with this guy is that you can't carry it. It's not very portable friendly. The actual power cable for it that I don't have with me is a kind of a hunky kind of a charged battery that goes into your outlet. So you can't quite sit at the park and work with this guy unless you're carrying along, of course, some kind of big charger that will handle this. Hence, where this guy comes in. This is your very portable dongle. I'm frozen, it says. Someone said I'm frozen. Am I frozen? I might be frozen. I'm going to keep rocking until we do otherwise. This is why you don't use Wi-Fi. You definitely need to use wired in, which I'm pretty sure I am, but you never know. So I'm going to keep rocking until something falls off. Okay, here we go. This is your VAVA dongle. And the VAVA is a portable dongle. There's a ton of these out there. You can get them at 7 ports, 6 ports, 5 ports. This is a 9 port, and I love this little guy. So I'm going to come back here, and I want to show you what that looks like. By the way, if you're looking at the CalDigit is about $270, give or take. Okay, so if you're looking at the CalDigit on Amazon, it's about 270 bucks. For the VAVA, I wanted to show you what that looks like. It's about 60 bucks. It's a little bit cheaper. But here, again, you can use your SD card from your computer. You can use the micro memory card. They call them TF. There's a reason for that. I don't remember what. But you've seen these little micro cards. They use them in all kinds of stuff. Maybe your switch on your drone, stuff like that uses this. Then you've got power in. So in case you need that extra power because it's sucking all the energy from your computer. Then you've got USB, you got USB 3, and you got a USB 2. USB 3 basically just moves faster than a USB 2. You've got a full HDMI segment in there. That HDMI is fantastic because a lot of our TVs, a lot of our displays are HDMI. You can slide it right in there. And there is an Ethernet port. That Ethernet port is great. It brings your internet straight in. And of course, you've got an audio jack as well. And this little guy's about 60 bucks. It's a great deal if you are wanting something that you can carry and very, very, very portable. Friend of mine, I take this guy everywhere I go. All right, so let's go back, and I want to take a moment to pull in a little bit closer for you here so you can see this, okay? Would be this guy here. So that's this guy. This is the VAVA. And they're very simple. They're very easy. This is about 8 inches long. So you can take this wherever you need to go. Very easy. I fold it up just like this, and it goes right inside my travel case. No problem. You can put it in a little something like that. Keep it safe, and it's good. Now, the problem with this guy is that because it does not have a direct source of power that you usually want to connect in, it can't do as much as this guy. This guy, you can already tell just by how hunky these are, that this one, your CalDigit, is going to push a ton of stuff through. And I'm the kind of person as a pastor, like I want to be prepared no matter where I am to get the most amount of work done. Because I'm always on the move. I'm always in my car. I've got 3 other meetings today that's going to take place at a coffee shop and or on the road somewhere. So I want to be able to get the most amount of work done as possible. These are your best options. There's a ton of other options out there. Feel free to go onto Amazon, look around. If you're looking for a reference or referral, these are the 2 that I want to refer to today because they have done the job for me, like hands down, no problem. And I do a ton of stuff, whether it's editing footage while running 4K displays or recording and streaming as we're doing now, or I'm on the road and I just need to be able to plug in a printer or two. There's a ton of things that you can plug in, or plug in my phone to charge. It's all available right here. So that's our time today. I hope that if you're looking for something, I hope this is really helpful for you. If you already have one, great. Go ahead and drop it into the comments as you're watching along and let us know what you are using and maybe some tips and tricks that you use to help functionality for your laptop. Until next time, my friends, this is Ikitami. I'm signing out. Get your dongle today.